Good morning. Oh, that was so nice. Thank you. My name is Joan. Welcome to my yoga class today. We are at the Mala Public Library. We're going to start in a seated position so that you can feel like you're extending up, lift up, shoulders down. And we're going to start with a prana mudra. So you're going to take your middle ring finger and pinky finger, bring your thumb over like you're making a peace sign. And then just bring your fingers down, and if you can and it's comfortable for you, close your eyes. Let your chin be in line with your sternum. Soften your jaw. Relax your face, your eyes, your cheeks, your ears, the back of your neck, around the whole orbit of the eye. Relax and feel what you're carrying on your shoulders. And say to yourself, today I am letting go of tension, worry, fear, stress, anxiety, discomfort, pain, and fill in the blank with anything else that may come to your mind. Swallow gently. And now follow the breath. So we're going to inhale and exhale through the nose, and whatever is your natural breath is where we start. And then as you inhale and you exhale, try to let the breath get a little bigger, a little longer on the inhale, so that it can be balanced on the exhale. So whatever the inhale is, so if you're inhaling, let's say to a count of 4, let's try to exhale to the count of 4. Now as you breathe in and you breathe out and your fingertips are just touching the mat, feel like you're grounding down and you're balanced and you're supported. You've made a commitment to this class today, so there's nowhere to go and nothing to do but to bring your attention to the class, to your practice. And then as we breathe in and we breathe out, see if you have any chatter in your thoughts. Anything that's distracting, worrying, negative, anything that makes you feel preoccupied, off balance, off center. And listen to the voice of whatever is going on in there and ask yourself to bring yourself to a place of mindfulness, and then release your hands and roll them out, and then inhale and gather what you need. So we're going to scoop the hands, inhale, lift up, you can look up, and bring down to yourself whatever you need: peace, contentment, healing, joy, love, kindness, compassion. Sweep out and gather more: courage, confidence, healing, forgiveness. And you bring that all down. And one more, and inhale, and you lift it up. And when you lift it up this time, fill yourself up, keep the shoulders down, and now twist to one side and let go of something. Inhale, lift up, twist to the other side and let go of something else. Inhale, lift up, bring the right arm down, left arm over, and stretch out through that side body. And then switch and go the other way. And then bring it up, and we're going to exhale, and we're going to bring our hands forward. So if you have a second block, just bring your hands, keep the shoulders down, and just rock. So you can, if you're comfortable and you can bring your hands to the floor, that's great. But if you need a lift, you bring your hands to the block and you rock it out. And if you can stretch and bring it a little lower. And as you rock and see how far you can go, and you rock it out. Now remember, we're still warming up, so you're just gentle in the movement and the sway from side to side. And then slowly bring yourself back up, take a breath. Hands come to the knees and stir the pot. And move around center. What is it that you can unwind and let go of? And when you come to the back of this rotation, pause and go the other way and unwind in the other direction. Feel that sense of connection to the center. Moving around center, nothing can knock you down. And then pause. Hands on the knees. If your legs are extended, you can bring your hands to your legs, to the floor, wherever's comfortable. Inhale, lift up, stretch up. Don't throw your head back, feel that stretch up. Exhale, curl and into the back body. Inhale, stretch it up, open up through the center. Exhale, curl it back. Inhale, lift up, big breath. Exhale. Again, come to neutral, see how you feel, stir the pot again. 1, 2, 3. Pause at the back of this rotation and then just switch and go the other way. 1, 2, 3. Good. Now, if you're sitting on a block or on a prop, or if your legs are crossed, just extend them. Bring your hands behind the back. Give yourself some space between your legs. Flex your feet. Lift up, but don't overextend. Just invite your heart to open, to relax, to release, to lift the chin so you get a release through the throat. Follow the line of the breath, release through the center of the forehead, up through the crown, and then bring that awareness all the way down. So without collapsing the chest, we're just going to tuck the chin down and bring it as if we're bringing all that down and out through the spine and out through the bottoms of the feet. And then just lift your head and bring it to neutral. Roll your head to the right, but don't go far, just about 45 degrees. Exhale to center. And then to the left, and back to center. And as you breathe right here, begin to wiggle your toes. Invite your toes to soften and your feet to relax. They've carried you many places. And now we're just going to bring our feet up, so as wide as the mat. And just rock, little hip openers here in the windshield wipers. And we just invite the hips to open. We start small. And you breathe in and you breathe out. And then if you're comfortable, as soon as you feel you're ready, you can deepen that a little bit. Remember, we're still warming up the body, so you want to give yourself time. So it may be a little tight. Today's a particularly cold day, so the body could be cold. Good. Come to center, slide the soles of your feet together, and just rock now. Rocking from side to side, feeling that sense of balance, noticing how the sitting bones are meeting the mat. Shoulders are down. You go to the right and to the left, and you come back to center with ease. Good. And now pause. I'm going to slide my hands down to the ankles. Open up the legs only as wide as is comfortable for you. Sit up nice and tall. And then curl back. Lift the knees a little bit. Exhale. Open the legs. Lift up. And curl back and forth. And feel that movement, that ripple up and down the spine. Giving yourself an opportunity to warm it up, to release through the vertebra, to lengthen, to explore what's tight so that you can feel this sense and the awareness of release. And then one more back, and one more forward, and then come around and rock again, and just see how that is. Good. And when you come back to center, see how you feel as you balance on your sitting bones, shoulders down. Tuck your head back so your chin is not leaning forward, and extend the legs. And now twist to one side and just look to the side and keep your gaze soft and switch to the other side. Shoulders are down and away from the ears. Now when you go back to the first side, see if you can look a little more to the back. Don't overdo it. And then you switch and you go to the other side. See if you can angle a little more. And then the last one, go far as you can comfortably. And then opposite side. Now be mindful if you have any issues with bone density. You don't twist so much. You're just going to rock. So use your heels as a little pivot. Keep your knees soft and just rock it out. Good. Now I'm going to bring my hands, I'm going to bring my right knee in like it's the number 4. And I want this left leg nice and long, and I'm going to rotate toward the bent knee and just rock here. And if you can bring your torso to that side of the thigh, that's great, but you make it the expression of the pose you need, and keep your head in line with your spine. So you're massaging out all those spots on the outside of the leg and up into the hip. Now, as you come here, just for a moment, if you need, and you need a prop, you can always slide a block under, come forward just a little bit. Come down as much as you can without collapsing. And then bring it back up. And slide that leg down the inside and see if it's just a little longer. And then slide the other leg up into the number 4. And notice one hip may not feel the same as the other. And roll toward that bent leg. And you're mindful of any knee or hip injuries, knee or hip replacements. And you come down as low as you want. Now remember, we're still warming up, so don't judge where you are at this moment. This is about your individual practice and where you are meeting yourself on the mat today. And as you rock it back and forth, or you can come down and come as low as you want. You can extend your arms. Take a breath. And then again, slide back up. Slide that leg down to meet your foot. And just measure here. Now, sitting up as tall as you can, let's stretch out the lower back. Arms are parallel to your legs. Knees are not locked. Shoulders are down, and we're pulsing. So you want to pulse from the lower belly and the back, and we just pulse gently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now pause and ask yourself, how much energy did you have to exert? So if your shoulders are up and you're really internally saying this to yourself, back it off. Settle yourself down. Relax the upper body. Feel this sensation that you're going to move into space gently and bring it back. 1, 2, 3, good. Relax your shoulders down and away from your ears. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pause for just a moment. Now I'm going to bring that right leg up. As I bring that right leg up, I'm going to take the left leg and slide it under. And as I slide it under, I want to feel like my hips are nice and balanced. I'm rotating into that bent leg, getting a nice little twist here. Take a breath. And come back to center. Now, when you do it this time, you're taking this is my right leg, my right arm comes right in and I press. Leg into arm, arm into the leg. I'm going to support it at the shin, shoulders down, and I want to hold my intention. So what is an intention I need for today? Peace, contentment, healing, prosperity, patience, confidence, courage, letting go, forgiveness, love, kindness, self-compassion. And you take a breath in through the nose. And when you blow out like you're blowing out a candle, imagine that it's a feather and you're just going to let it go, and it's going to go with the breath. So we inhale and exhale straight across the palm. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. and then just let it go. Now when you do that, just check your legs again. So already my right leg's a little longer. As you breathe in and you set your intention, you're going to say to yourself, I have already received, and fill in the blank. So you want to set that intention, so you're setting your intention, you're holding it because it's dear to you, and then you're letting it go with the breath, with the confidence that it's already going to come back to you. So I have already received inner peace, prosperity, confidence. And take your opposite hand and hold it to your heart. And just breathe and say to yourself 3 times, I have already received, and don't worry if it's not grammatically correct. And feel the rise and the fall of the breath. And then just bring the hand to the other hand and bow to yourself. And then we do the opposite side. So we bring the left leg up, bend it, slide the other one like you're threading a needle. I'm going to hold the shin, rotate into the thigh, so I'm twisting out anything that's an obstacle. And then I come back to center, and my left arm presses into that left leg. Palm is forward, shoulders are down. Now you can ask for the same thing, or you can ask for something else. Set your intention. What is it you need for yourself? And you say it with confidence. So I'm holding in my hand whatever that is. Take a breath. And then you blow it out like a feather just is going to float right off your palm. And 2 more breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then just bring it again to your heart. Hold that for a breath. I'm going to let both legs go. Hold right here at the heart and just rock a little bit. I have already received, and fill in the blank, and say that to yourself 3 times. And notice maybe your heart rate slows down and you're a little calmer. And then you come to center, and we're just going to go right into deer pose since we're working on hips. So I'm going to swing my legs to the right. If you're on the opposite side, it doesn't matter. The left leg comes around the top of the right knee and thigh, and I sit up as tall as I can, and I settle that hip down, and I'm grounded. So when I set my intention, if you follow the laws of success, if I set my intention and I'm doing the work, then I detach from how it will manifest itself. I am blissfully free from the attachment to the outcome. So I breathe here. I settle myself, so I'm grounded, rooted, balanced, supported, confident, courageous, because it takes courage to come to stillness and to wait in patience. And see if you can lift up taller and sink down a little more. And then whatever we do to one side, we do to the other. So we work from a space of balance. If this is your first time doing this pose and it's a little bit of a struggle, you just be patient with yourself and you breathe. I'm rooted, balanced, and supported. In all areas of my life, I have everything I need. I am blissfully free from the attachment to the outcome, which all comes from the 7 spiritual laws of yoga or success. It's 2 books, same information, by Deepak Chopra. And now as we breathe here, notice how this side feels. May not feel necessarily the same as the other. And then we let it go. And we're going to stretch out the legs again and rock it out as we transition now onto our hands and knees. So I'm going to swing my legs to one side, come up onto my hands and knees so I'm in table. Tuck my toes flat in the back. Hands are in line with the shoulders. Head's an extension of the spine, tuck the belly, and now we're going to stretch through the feet. So if you have issues with knees and hips and it's too much for you to stay on your knees, you can always put a blanket or a prop, or you choose not to do it. And we rock back and forth in balance. And then when you're ready, you sit back and now rock from side to side. Put a little weight into the feet and see if you can stretch out through the bottoms of the feet. So the fascia of the feet, especially if you have plantar fasciitis or neuropathy or arthritis or anything that affects maybe the comfort in your feet, you want to stretch that out so the fascia can be a little more pliable, comfortable. And then come forward, lift your feet, wiggle your toes, move your feet around, move your head, see if your neck is stressing a little bit. Now we're going to bring the feet flat. So I want to press the dorsals down and press the toenails down, and now I want to stretch here. So some people have a hard time, especially at the crease of the ankle. So just be careful and rock it out here and take a breath with you as you go. And then when you're ready and you sit back and you rock it here a little bit, see how this feels. Move the shoulders, move the hips. Take a breath. Now, before we go into our table, we're just going to touch our big toes together, knees as wide as the mat. If you have a block and you need a block, you're just going to bring your head to the block. Otherwise, you can bring your head to the mat and extend your arms into a child's pose and slow down. Take a breath in and out and ground down and slow down the body and slow down the busyness of the mind and ground through the thoughts that you have, keeping the ones that are positive and affirming and letting go of ones that are negative and non-productive. And take 3 breaths right here. And feel the crown of your head, the center of your forehead, through the center of your face, throat, all the way down to the belly. Now when you come back, you're going to slide your hands back to frame the face like your arms are in a Sphinx pose. Inhale, tuck your chin, and we're going to roll the spine up. Arms are straight, and then you lift the head, and you ripple down gently like a wave. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, let it go. You can make this as big or as small as you need it to be. Inhale, bring the breath up. Exhale, ripple it down. Inhale, lift up, exhale, bring it down. Bring it all the way up. Pause right here, hands are on each side of the mat. Now just rock your shoulders and stay high. And feel that diagonal stretch, shoulders to hips. Now if you want, you can bring it lower, but you go where it is comfortable for you today. If you want it deeper, you can widen your hands and bring your ear to the mat and come down, push up, gentle push up. Exhale, bring it down. So you find the expression of the pose that works best for you, and see if you can open up through those shoulders. Take a breath. And one more, opposite side, and come into any variation of a child's pose. So you can go back into an extended child. You can bring one hand and hold the other and your forehead. You can prop your elbows so you create a teepee and bring your shoulders back. You pick what works for you. You can put your head on your block and you breathe. Slide your hands back to frame the face. Come back up into your table. And now we've warmed the spine, so we're going to go right into our dog and cat. So we tuck the toes, we flatten the back, we tuck the belly up into the spine. Head's an extension of the spine. Inhale, lift up, look up. I curl into the back body, release the feet, and stretch up. Inhale, tuck up, look up, breathe. Exhale and let it go. So you make this as big or as small for yourself and for what you need today. And you curl. And you're aware that you must breathe. Breathe and breathe in and breathe out. One more set. Inhale, lift up. Feel like you're really moving that spine. Exhale, curl. Come to neutral. If you want, you can tuck your toes or your feet can be flat, and you're just going to stir the pot. And you want to feel like if you put a cup on your back with some tea or coffee, it would be so balanced here. I'm moving around center, nothing can knock me down, and then I pause and I reverse my circle so I can go in any direction comfortably. 3, and then we're just going to open, since we're here, we'll open the shoulders, bring the feet flat. I'm going to bring if I need a block, I can bring it to the side. Right arm extends forward, left arm can prop and you can stay right here, or you can slide all the way through, threading the needle. And you breathe. And release through the shoulders. Release what you're carrying. And give yourself permission to relax, to release, to soften, to open, to create space, and to breathe. A couple more breaths right here. And then take that arm that's extended, slide it back. Gently lift up. Now, I'm going to turn myself around, but you don't have to. We're just going to switch to the opposite side. Left arm forward, right arm. You can prop it right here. This can stay here. You can put a block underneath your head, or you can go all the way down, and you take a breath. I am breathing in, I'm breathing out, I am letting go of anything that I'm carrying that no longer serves me, so that I feel lighter, balanced, and at ease. And remember, one side may not necessarily feel the same as the other. There's no judgment. A couple more breaths right here. Good. Slide that extended arm back, bring yourself up. And before we stand, just pick again any variation of a child's pose and just release anything else in the heart, in the back, through your thoughts, opening up your vision, releasing into clarity, creating alignment straight through the center of the body, all the way to the tailbone. And then if you're comfortable, you're just going to keep your elbows and bend them. Take your fingertips, bring it right above your head. This could be enough. Or you can bring your hands right to your shoulders. This is a big shoulder opener. Since we're here, we might as well do that. Take a breath. Give yourself a little pat on the back. I'm taking care of myself in all things, in all ways, in every way. And then I let it go. I slide my hands back like a sphinx pose. I ripple myself up. Take a breath. And we're going to just come right back into our table so we can transition up. Right foot forward. I tuck the back toes. I lean a little bit into that front foot so I can step forward into my forward fold, and I hang for a breath. Now, if you have heart or health issues, your head is up. But if you're comfortable and you don't have anything worrisome, then you can release it straight through into your forward fold. Now, before I stand or roll up, I'm going to just walk my right foot a little bit wider. I'm going to sink my tailbone and sweep my hands, sink the tailbone down like I'm going to sit in the chair. Inhale, lift up. Now I want to clear the sky, clear the clouds. Exhale, come down as low as you want, clear the earth so I get rid of things that make me feel stuck or cloudy or unclear in my thoughts. Clearing heaven and earth. And we take a breath and we lift up. And we exhale. And inhale, lift up. And exhale, let it go. And inhale, lift up. And exhale, let it go. One more. Inhale, lift up. Big X. Stretch it out. Bend those knees. Stretch it out diagonal. Move from side to side as we move in diagonal stretching. And then straight in the front from the shoulders. Rotating through the waist. And if you want, you can go toward the feet, but you can feel free if you want to touch them. You don't have to go to the floor. Breathe. Good, and when you're here, we're going to pause, sweep. Big sweep, go as low as you can go. Inhale, lift up, palms together so you're in an elongated triangle. Sink the shoulders down, bring the hands together, elbows together. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. One more. Inhale up. Exhale. Now I'm going to sweep the hands out. I come right into star pose. Take a breath. Now roll. Bring out the washcloth. What do I need to let go of here? Soften the shoulders down. One palm up and then the other. Alternate it. Soften the knees. Don't lock them. Good. Release the arms down. Now, you want to feel like you're moving through something with resistance. So when I rotate the hands, I want to lift up. Big breath. Exhale. Press down with intention. Sorry, that's the mic. Inhale. Lift up. Exhale. Let it go. Inhale, lift up, big breath. If you want, you can go higher, look up. Exhale, chin to the chest. Inhale, lift up if you want to go higher, but you make it the expression of the pose that you need for yourself. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, let it go. Now, when I come down, I'm just going to narrow my stance just so it's a little wider than hip distance. Inhale, lift up, gentle back bend, forward fold. In and out with a ha. 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 Good. Ha. Don't do it if it's not good for you. It's going to make you a little warmer. A couple more. One more. Bring it up. Hold the right wrist with the left, go left. And then hold opposite side and stretch it out. Move the hip. See if you can open up through the side body. A little more. Last one. Good. Gentle back bend. I'm going to adjust my stance, forward fold. Now, hip distance is 2 of my fists. That's your anatomical distance for your hips. And now flatten your back and just hang. Feel like you could almost just sit and rest your torso on your thighs. Take a breath. Tuck your chin, roll it up. Head comes up last. See how you feel. Roll the shoulders. Breathe. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to bring my arms all the way up. I'm going to go right into water wheel. So when I bring my hands up, gentle back bend, lift up. Exhale, I'm bringing all that energy back down. I'm sweeping it up the sides of the body. I'm not touching anything. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, let it go. Bring that energy up. What do you need today? Energetically, bring it all the way up. Exhale, let it go. Breathe. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Now when I come down, just hang. My hands are not touching the floor, so I have space. I'm wiggling my fingers. I'm going to step a little wide. I'm going to arch my back, and I'm just going to shake it out. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Sweep the hands, take a breath. Lift up, big X. Sink down. Now, close your eyes if you can and think about a place in nature that you love. X marks the spot. I'm going to take myself right there at this moment, sink down, and when I come forward, my hands are just going to touch somewhere on my legs, my feet. Take a breath. Scoop the hands, bend the knees, inhale, and bring that memory of that place up with you. Exhale, think about what it is that you get from that place. Serenity, calmness, beauty, peace, awareness. Inhale, lift up. Last one, exhale, just bring it all the way down. Feel that sense of connection, breathe. And I'm going to use this to transition all the way back down onto the mat. So I bring my one leg and then the other. I'm going to swing my legs to one side. I'm going to bring myself so that I'm on my back body. Take your time. Doesn't have to look pretty to get there. Hands are resting right on your ribs. And lift and tuck that lumbar spine. And feel the breath. Now as you breathe in and you breathe out right here, just feel the rise and the fall of the breath. And rock your legs gently side to side, small. So you're easing out through that lumbar spine, the tailbone, the lower back. And you're bringing your awareness to the breath. Shoulders are down and away from the ears. And then you pause. Now I'm going to take one foot, cross it over at the ankle. My arms are now going to come out to the letter T. And I come right into my pigeon pose, and I start small. So my ankle is not on the thigh. I put no pressure on the joint. And I gently rock it out. Now, if I'm comfortable and I want more, my knee comes toward the floor, my head. So if my knee is going right, my head is going left. And I keep my shoulders on the mat. And then my foot can come to the floor and my head goes the opposite direction. So I make it the expression of the pose and get as big a stretch as I need for myself here. And I rock it out gently. Now, when I come back to center, if I'm good, I'm going to bring my hands to cactus arms and rock, because that's going to change the stretch across my shoulders. I want to keep my elbows, my arms, my shoulder blades on the mat, and I want to see how this feels. And then I can try again. If I choose, I bring the knee to the floor. Maybe that with my arms in this position, I don't go as deeply, and I go the other way. And do a few of these at your own rate. Good, and then when you come back and you just rock gently here. Now we're just going to go right into threading the needle. So if this pose is too much for you, then you just stay right here, or you uncross your legs. You can come right into just letting your legs come to the sky. But if you want more, you're going to inhale, lift that bent knee, slide your arms through the space you've created. You can keep the knee bent or bring the leg up to the sky and rock it out here. Breathe, threading the needle. The feet are flexed gently, don't overflex, and you're relaxing. Good, release the arms, release both legs up to the sky, come into a happy baby, and just rock it out. So we get the benefit of an inversion. Good. Bring the feet back to the mat. Right foot down, left foot crosses over, arms out, letter T, and we rock the other side. Now remember, your mindful of your knee and hips and shoulders, replacements, surgeries, injuries. If something doesn't work for you, you don't do it. And you start small, and then again, when you're ready, if you choose. So I'm going to bring the knee toward the floor. My head goes right as my knee goes left. My shoulders stay on the floor, opposite side. Foot toward the floor, head rolls left as my foot goes right, and I do as many of these as is comfortable for me as I open up diagonally, hip to shoulder. And you breathe. So 2 or 3, whatever works for you, if you need more. And then when you're ready, you just rock it out, slowly and gently. Good. If you want cactus arms again, you can try a variation. Notice, so when I do this on this side, I can feel a little difference through my shoulder blades. So maybe I don't go as deeply with my legs, so I can keep my shoulders grounded on the mat. And then you rock again, just gently. And then pause, and we're going to thread the needle here. So I'm going to release my arm so I can lift my leg, slide my arms through. I can keep my leg bent, or I can bring my foot up. I can rock or not. And you breathe. So you're going to unwind yourself gently, bring both feet up to the sky, come right into your happy baby. Good, bring both of the legs together, nice and straight, point and flex the feet. Get some movement through the feet. Benefit of this as an inversion brings that oxygenated blood back down to the torso. Helps with digestion, feeds the heart, increases circulation. Point one foot flexes the other. Good. We'll widen your legs a little bit so you can rock like a V here, just gently. And then bringing your feet back in, just a little gentle rocking. Wiggle your toes, pedal your feet, move them around if you'd like. Good. Cross the right foot over the ankle of the left. Widen your legs, cap your knees. So that just means your palms are over your kneecaps and you're going to roll, get a little pelvic tilt here. 2, 3, 4. Pause and reverse your circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, rock a little side to side. Good, bring your legs back up, give them a break. Before we then switch to the opposite side, left foot crosses over the ankle, I widen my legs, and now I roll around again. 1, 2, 3, 4, reverse the circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, rock from side to side. And then again, bring your legs up, get a little inversion here. You can bring your legs into a big V, rock it out. Good, bring your feet back down gently, feet to the floor, hands right to the ribs. Walk yourself so your heels are in line with your buttocks, and see if you can just touch your fingertips toward your heels, but you don't have to, just you want to get in so that your knees and your ankles are in alignment. And now press right up into a gentle bridge. Don't go too far, just a bridge here. Take a breath with you. Relaxing down, releasing still against the floor of the shoulders.
Chin's in line with the sternum and you breathe. Now if you're comfortable, you can lift up a little higher, but don't go beyond. And if this doesn't work for you, you can bring yourself just to the floor and just stay here. So take a breath. Inhale, lift up a little bit. Exhale, roll from the top of the spine slowly and gently until the whole spine meets the mat. And then once the whole spine lands, don't move. Give it time to catch up. Take a breath. Slide your arms underneath your head. And without pulling your neck, you're going to lift up and just rock that back body. Good, pause. Leave your hands where they are if that's comfortable for you. Open up your feet so the soles of your feet together. And you're going to rock like you're in a boat. But your elbows are staying on the floor. And you breathe. Good. Pause. Slide your feet long. Go into your full body stretch and measure it all out. Take a big breath, a big sigh. Stretch it out, a big yawn. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Good. And then we're quickly coming into our Shavasana. So if you need to rock from side to side, if you need to make little circles with your legs, if you need another bridge pose, if you need to go into a twist, this is where you choose what you need before we pause in our practice. If you need to elevate your legs, if you need to come into a happy baby, whatever you need. So you do that. If you want to bring your feet to the floor and do some windshield wipers. And then when you're ready, one more time, go into your full body stretch. Assess how you feel. Notice how long you feel, where you're warmer, where you're more stretched out. Take a breath. And then we're going to land. So, in our traditional Shavasana pose, you would have one foot in each corner of the mat with your feet rolled out, shoulders down, palms up. This could be perfect for you, but if it's too much and it creates too much of stress for your lower back, you would bring your feet up to standing. You could lift and tuck your lumbar spine. You can widen your feet and let the legs rest one into the other, or you can roll right onto your side body and bring your arm underneath your head like you're resting in a chair. So you find the place that's comfortable for you. You can close your eyes. Follow the breath. Do a little assessment. How do you feel different now? What is different now as opposed to when you started? Let the breath find its own rhythm. Inhaling and exhaling at whatever's a comfortable rate for you. Finding that space that you've created to think a new thought. So, if you use your iPhone or you did a tape recorder or whatever and you talk into it or you send someone a message and then you play it back, oftentimes I have said to myself, wow, my voice sounds different than what I hear in my own head. So when we use our voice, we want to use it to create peace, music, contentment, releasing judgment, criticism, self-criticism, self-judgment. When you play the tapes that run around in your head, where do you go with that? And so for just a few moments now, as you pause and you slow down the busyness of the mind, when the mind is super busy, the voice that is your intuition, inspiration, your inner voice, your inner self, is often buried.
You don't have to work well, sometimes you do have to work to find that inner voice. So the purpose of our Shavasana is to bring ourselves to a place where we can let that, all those thoughts, those voices, those threads that run through our mind, let it go. Dig out that detritus that makes us feel stuck and find that inner voice that calms and relaxes, that inspires, taps into creativity and problem solving, says kind things to yourself and to others with compassion and love. So in a meditation practice, that's called deep listening. So I'm going to stop speaking. I'll just play my bowls and you just listen. What do you need to know from the inside out today? So when the mind is calm and relaxed, the heart is calm and relaxed and can be in balance. This is the heart bowl. So now listen to the voice of your heart. What do you need to do to take care of yourself better so you're not depleted, worn out, exhausted, overstimulated, overwhelmed? And begin to deepen your breath. Imagine that you're pulling the breath from the bottoms of your feet. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And when you're ready, raise your arms, if you can, behind you and above you or somewhere where you can stretch out into a full body stretch. And you stretch it out and you take a big yawn and a big sigh and a big sound. Stretch it all out. And then when you're ready, bring your knees into your chest and rock it out a little bit from side to side. And then bring your arms and your legs up to the sky and shake it out. Shake and shake and shake and shake and reinvigorate yourself. So you feel not only relaxed, but invigorated, so that I don't want you to feel dopey when you get in the car, please. Go into a full body stretch, stretch it all out. Oh, moan it out, sigh it out, yawn it out. And then when you're ready, you roll onto whatever side calls to you for just a breath here. Give yourself a minute before you transition up, because we've been down for a while. And before you come up, set yourself a positive intention for today. Today I will be kind to myself. I will listen. I will send love from my heart. I will speak words of peace, whatever that is, so that when you float yourself up, you lift yourself up like a feather at your own rate. Take your time into the space above you. Sitting however is comfortable for you, just stir the pot. So all the parts of the practice have a place to land, to find their way home within yourself. And then you pause when you're ready and you go the other way. And then just cross one hand over the other. This is your bowl of abundance. And think about all the ways in which your life is rich and full and possible to move through this day. And then you bring that sense of awareness and abundance, and you pay attention to the things that allow you to be who you were born to be. And then you bring that all the way down. And then we set the practice by bringing one hand to the other in Anjali Mudra, so that north and south and east and west meet right at the heart, so that no matter where you go and what you experience, no matter what challenges you face, you can be calm and relaxed and bring yourself home to peace. Namaste. Namaste, everybody. Have a great day. Please make sure you drink plenty of water, eat some protein, and I'll see you next time.